Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my channel Wake Up Bright, where I share all of the things that help me live each day a little brighter. I'm April Lauren and I'm on a journey to lose 200 pounds. In today's video, we are doing an effective meal prep video. Meal prepping for my weight loss journey and so that my husband has lunches for his school. Today's video is sponsored by Squarespace. We're going to make a couple dishes. We're gonna do sweet potatoes and chicken. We're gonna do beef and rice, and then just have some eggs for a quick protein snack. And that's all we are meal prepping. Let's get her done. The ingredients we're using is jasmine rice, just regular eggs, some organic sweet potatoes, grass-fed beef. This isn't what I ordered, but this was all that they had available, so sometimes you just gotta take what you can get. And then we have two different types of meal prep containers. These are the Rubbermaid containers. They are freezer and dishwasher safe. And then we have these glass containers that my sister got me off of Amazon. And these are oven, freezer, and dishwasher safe. At least the glass portion is. The tops are freezer and dishwasher, I think. So, love these, and let's get started prepping. So the first thing I'm gonna prep up is the chicken. So we're gonna put the marinade together and then set it aside and let it sit for at least 30 minutes. And I should have done this last night and I just didn't think about it. The details for the marinade are on my blog post that corresponds with this video. It's linked in the description below. Last time I did this, I actually mixed everything together before applying. I'm not really sure why I did that, except for sometimes when I start recording, I do things weird. Like, you know, pouring everything directly onto the chicken. I don't think it'll be a problem though, so I'm not really that worried about it. I do just want to make sure everything is kind of evenly coated. Lots of pepper and a little bit of Himalayan sea salt. All right, and then we're just gonna set this aside and work on the next item. And I only did 2 packs, so we're actually gonna freeze this 3rd pack. So you may be wondering why I am putting together what I'm putting together. I just love chicken, so that's why I'm doing the chicken. And then the beef, so it's no secret, I watch Nick Bear's YouTube channel, and some of you guys may have only heard about him from me talking about him all of the time, but my husband tried a dish that Nick Bear makes not too long ago where it's just beef and rice and like ketchup and a veggie sometimes. So, and he really liked it. And not eating out is something my husband is working on, and that also helps me because then I'm not worried about what he's trying to eat. I can just grab my meal prep stuff and I am good to go. So I went ahead and prepped him portions as well, and I based what I was making on what I enjoy and what he enjoys. He's not a huge fan of sweet potatoes, loves rice. I love both, but prefer sweet potatoes, especially while I'm dieting, just because it's a little bit more filling. I am prepping and then I will be measuring everything out. My goal right now is to have between 10 and 14 meals for us in the freezer and the refrigerator. So I was struggling trying to figure out how to cook rice in my pressure cooker, or it's like I got a rice cooker setting, and I figured it out. The rice, I'm not sure how it's going to go over. It doesn't look quite like it looks when I use a regular rice cooker, so we shall see. Now that we have the rice in the rice cooker, it's time to take care of cutting up and dicing the sweet potatoes. What I love about preparing prepped food, if you will, is that you can really do so much the way I cooked the chicken. Well, with the marinade, it limits it a little bit. Normally I do it just no marinade. I just wanted to try out the marinade, and we shall see. We shall see if it gets boring. But the other way, if you want to eat it plain, you can eat it plain, or you can spice it up with Cholula or your choice of hot sauce or some like, I don't know, you can do a lot. You can do a lot of different things having just your basics covered, and then throw in a veggie and you're good to go. And I like the simplicity of it. I also am picky with foods that I reheat. So I love that the glass containers you can heat them up in the oven, because that's how I like to do it with the sweet potatoes. The sweet potatoes just taste better reheated in the oven, in my opinion. So I'm gonna do 2 different blends. On this side, I'm gonna do paprika, and on this side, I'm gonna do rosemary. So I got that little strainer from the grocery store. It was $3.50. That's such a steal of a deal. I don't know why I waited to wash the potatoes until after I had cut them up, but I did, so that's what happened. And then I just put them in the oven. I love the paprika seasoning. I like the rosemary too, but the paprika adds a little bit of kick. It's so good. So next up, we're just boiling some eggs. Super simple, very straightforward. I put the eggs in first when there's no water in it. Probably the way everybody in the world boils eggs, but who knows? It also might be something that I made up. And I'm just gonna put as many as I can fit in the bottom. I'm not gonna do that. I feel like this is more eggs than I thought was gonna fit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna do 8 eggs. I know last week that my period's the reason that I didn't actually lose on the scale, but for whatever reason, my body shifted and changed more the past week than I think it has on my entire journey. It was pretty exciting to see, like, clear visible, like, it's like I woke up the next day and my body looked different. My waist was like a little bit more, snatched. Not that my waist is snatched, because it's not, but maybe you get what I'm saying. It was, anyway, so watching this back, I can definitely see such significant change in my body. I do think like my belly to me looks bigger in a way, but I think it's just because it's higher and everything around it is getting smaller. And it's getting smaller too, but more work to do, more work to do. So I guess I didn't hit record when I recorded putting the chicken on the grill, but I put the chicken on the grill. I was gonna go for a walk while it was on the grill, but then I was like, well, these are small, so they probably only need 10 minutes. So the pups and I are gonna wait and go for a walk after. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the beef while I'm waiting, and then everything can just be like cooling down before I put it in the containers, so there's not as much condensation. So gotta do the beef now. So beef might not be everybody's cup of tea, but I like having it. It's a quick, easy meal that keeps me really full for a long time. This rice beef combo, because it's a pretty small portion with the calories that I'm aiming for. So I wasn't super jazzed about trying it, but the hubs made it for dinner the other day, and I was like, whatever, I'll just measure it out and I'll eat my portion. And I felt so good after I ate it. It's such a good combination. It's weird to me eating consistently at a deficit and knowing that I'm in a pretty large deficit right now. My body feels so different when it gets food that it needs. And that's such a good feeling. And I'm so happy. It's such a good non-scale victory that I can feel the difference. Alrighty, so the beef is pretty much done. I need to pull the chicken off of the grill or flip it. I think it's time to flip it actually. So let me grab my tongs and we'll go flip it. When I flip this chicken, oh man, it looks so good. It looks so good. I'm really excited about how it turned out. I hope the hubs likes it. He's definitely more picky than I am. I am not a picky person, which I think we've talked about my feelings on food 1,000 times. It would probably benefit me in my life if I was more picky about food. But anyway, Chippy watching me is cracking me up. So I'm just pulling all of the containers out, all of the food, and getting everything together. And then once I have everything measured out, and I'm measuring every single container. So the deep containers, the Rubbermaid containers, are for my husband, so they have more portions in it. And then mine has significantly less. And I also have more chicken dishes than he does, just because the chicken is a little bit less calories than than the beef, but it's so good. I'm excited about the potatoes. They look like they turned out so good, and I'm gonna have some of them in just a minute, but very excited with the way everything turned out. And this whole process took me about an hour. So about an hour, and we both have lunches for the week. Right now I'm talking to my husband on the phone while he was like at Popeyes or somewhere super unhealthy getting a sandwich for his lunch. So this is gonna save him time. It's gonna let him study more, and it's just gonna be good. It's going to be good, and I'm excited about having this meal prep put together. I do want to try to start meal prepping regularly. I don't know why I don't do it. It's probably because I have time to just cook every day, so I don't always meal prep. But when I do, everything's more effective, and it's so much easier to track everything. These meals turned out so good. It's gonna be so good this week. It's gonna be awesome. I am all done with the meal prep. I went ahead and made a bowl for lunch, and I'm gonna eat this. Finally gonna take those doggies on the walk that I promised them, and yeah, I'll see y'all once I get done with lunch. Alrighty, so the meal prep is done, and the babies and I, like I just said, are about to go for a walk. But first, I want to thank Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. I love my Squarespace website. Site management is a breeze with Squarespace. Squarespace blog lets me manage my blog comments and entries on the go. The app is available for iOS and Android devices. I can also see a clear traffic overview, so I know what type of content is interesting. This was especially helpful during February. I love seeing the unique visitors and page view trends. And I love that Squarespace takes the guesswork out of search engine optimization for my website, which helps with my search rankings. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch your website, go to squarespace.com/April Lauren to save 10% off of your first website or domain purchase. Also, I did create a corresponding blog post for this video. So if you want to know a little bit more about my meal prep, go ahead and head over to wakeupbright.com. All right, beautiful people. So the pups and I are out for our walk. This is actually a walk that we did early in the day, so before I meal prepped, but for the meal prep, I took them for a walk and we were really racing the rain. So even now, you can see the wind is blowing so hard against things as we go throughout. And the skies are really cloudy. When I took them for a walk, I did not have time. To be playing with my camera. We needed to get out and get back. And I took them both at the same time because I was afraid that there was just going to be a thunder downpour. And there is right now. And so Anyway, we had fun this morning on our walk. I love that I was able to catch these little blooms. I don't know if you can really see they're in focus, but there's going to be so many flowers on this little stretch of walk, and I'm so excited about it. So happy. Julio, I usually keep on a leash. I will let him off. If my husband is with us, then he's always off leash. And when me and Yenna, we've gone walking a couple times close to where this is, and when we do, I always let Julio and Chipper both off leash. They do good, and he does good with me too. I just get anxiety, and I think my anxiety feeds, like, it sends out emotion like in their doggy sense way, and it's not a good thing. So I just keep him on a leash. And then Chips, she is so obedient. She just listens to everything, and she's a good girl. He's obedient too. He's smart. He's just a smart baby, and he knows how to push boundaries. He is constantly testing me. And Chips, she never tests me. She doesn't test me. And now next time we go out, she's going to be testing like so hard. I just think it's so beautiful, and I love these walks. I hope that y'all love that I share them with you, because my life is about repetition right now. I do the same things. I will definitely be making a video more about what each day is looking like soon. I think next Friday it will go live. I'm pretty excited about it, because some of you guys have guessed I have been doing 75 hard. I know a lot of you might not know what that is, but I will be telling you guys in my video next week. So I am over 20 days in. It's okay, babies. It's okay. Come here, Boo. It's just a little thunderstorm. Chippy, that's enough, baby. It's okay. Chippy, come here. Yeah, you want to go back in the room? That was the puppies' reaction to the thunder and lightning. They were not having it. Chips cannot handle, it scares her. Like, she will jump on me wherever I am. Like, she wants to be held. Like, she's a little tiny baby. And we made it home just before the bottom dropped out earlier. And so it's much later. It's much later. I've already edited most of the video. I just have to close it out. And so I'm all dry again, which is good. But yeah, so the footage that you guys just saw, it's from like not long after we had gotten home. And like I said, it was before like it really just downpoured. And Chips, every time it would thunder, she would run around the house and she would bark, and that got like Julio like riled up. And so he was also running around the house barking out the front side of the house and the back side of the house. Like, he was determined he was gonna get it. He was gonna get that thunder. He was gonna make it be quiet. Anyway, it was so funny. I hope that you guys enjoyed my meal prep video. If you did, please let me know. And I would love to know, what do you meal prep? Do you meal prep like full meals? Do you do what I do, which is kind of like meal prep in parts? And yeah, I'd love to know. So comment down below and let me know. I love you guys. I will see you on Wednesday. I'm so excited for this week's weigh-in. I'm so excited. And I will see you later. Bye.